Hi guys, it's Erin Wathen. I'm just talking about intermittent fasting. Wanted to say hey, and I just want to talk to you guys about the questions I'm asked all the time, which is totally normal to be asked these questions or to have these questions because it seems like kind of a weird thing. So we're not eating on purpose, and there's like a way about it, and coffee with cream doesn't count, and there's apps that you can keep track of it with. I know. So here's the deal. So intermittent fasting, the basic concept is you're not eating for at least an extended period of time. So what I do is I recommend most people start with at least 12 hours. So let's just say 9 p.m. to 9 a.m., give or take. I find this really easier to do during the summer. I find it easier to do when we're not traveling. I attempted to do this more of like 14, 15 hours when I was with my family a couple weeks ago. We were on vacation. It did not work. There at summer camp, much easier. So first thing I recommend everyone do is just, now that you're not intermittent fasting, just be aware of when you're finally like closing your kitchen at night. Like some people are still eating up until like a half an hour, 20 minutes before bed. When are you closing your personal kitchen? Ideally, it's supposed to be 2 to 3 hours before you hit the bed, or pillow, I should say. So if you're going to sleep, targeting to go to sleep at 10, you should be starting dinner no later than what, 6:30, 6:45, to give your body enough time to digest. What's really cool about shutting down your kitchen, so to speak, is just none of the snacking that happens, because a lot of us just eat, right? Pretty much from the time we get home from work until time we go to bed. So intermittent fasting has that stop. And then when you wake up in the morning, you just push breakfast back a little bit more. So eventually those two things happen in unison, and the time between when you stop eating and the time when you start eating gets bigger and bigger. So for me, for instance, last night, because it was Sunday, we ate dinner a little later than I would have liked. I think we ate dinner like at 7. And this morning, whatever, I'm at like at 16 hours, I think, right now, which I had to work up to. So I didn't start at this many hours. I started at 12. So what you guys should do if you're thinking of doing this, I'm having a free challenge group next week. It's really very easy to be part of it. You just join the Facebook page, pretty much. Keep track of when you stop eating dinner at night, and just notice when you're eating during the day. So when you first start eating, that's the first thing you're gonna keep track of. And also, how many other opportunities do you give yourself to eat during the day? Because so many of us are eating all day, like eating, that it's really bad for our insulin, which is like asking our body to process food. Appetite, we don't even know when we're hungry anymore. We don't know when we're satisfied because we're always consuming food. So part of intermittent fasting is also not eating all day. So I'll use myself as an example. So this morning I woke up and I had some coffee with cream in it, which doesn't break your fast technically. I know it sounds kind of magical, but whatever. And then I had a pretty big salad for lunch, and then I'll have an early dinner. Like I said, it's easier for me to do this in the summer, I think, just because of the longer days. And when we were on vacation a couple weeks ago, it wasn't as easy, and my kids are also at sleepaway camp. So keep that in mind, I'm not having to prepare a lot of food. And the other night we went out with another couple and they wanted to eat dinner a lot later. So the back end of that wasn't as fun. So let me just look at the comments. So I don't think anyone's writing anything. Okay, good. Because I oftentimes don't look at this at all. And people get upset. So as far as that, it can be, if I end up not eating for 12 hours instead of 16 hours, the world isn't over. It's not going to be a perfect day every day, but if you're interested in joining, so we'll be starting Sunday night. I'm not asking you guys to start doing this on the 4th of July weekend. I think that's probably not realistic and giving everyone the best chance to possibly succeed now, is it? So if you're interested, it'll be starting Sunday night. But from what you can do now, keep track of how many times a day you're eating, what you're eating, and also at night, when do you close your personal kitchen? So that would be what I would say to do right now. Also, the less sugar and flour you have going on, the easier it will be for you to go longer periods of time without eating. It's also just better in general, the less sugar and flour you're consuming. Funny how we keep talking about the same basic concepts of not eating sugar and flour, not eating all the time, all that good stuff. And if you have any questions, you can always IM me, and have a really good Monday. All right.